Hey guys, what's going on? Hold on one second. Let me throw this garbage. All right. Hope you guys have been having a blessed day. Um, I'm in the middle of trying to do a bunch of stuff at one time, and I just got back from the store. The long list of Christmas holiday stuff I had to pick up. That should last us for like 2 weeks over Christmas, just so we won't have to go out and try to go grocery shopping in a crowd. Excuse me. Sorry, I'm chewing my food. I'm having steak and T-bone steak and eggs this morning. But I want to do this video um, to try to help those who, especially young men, who, like me when I was young, I didn't receive any information or help with my finances. I learned how to do most of my budgeting and stuff, or lack of, through MTV, rap videos, local rap artists, and things like that. Watching their lives. Oh, sorry, phone fell over. Watching them live their lives from making $1,000. So this video is part two of Not All Boys Become Men, and this will conclude the series. But what this one will have is kind of six of the main things I did to become a man, and that it took a lot of work, because anything worth having is going to take work. So, with that being said, um, I want to first say welcome to all of our new subscribers. Thank you so much for choosing to rock with your boy. Thank you. This channel helps support my family, um, and it allows us to do God's will um, each and every day by doing our daily devotionals and putting out videos that show how Christ moves and works in everybody's life. I mean, especially mine. I'm just an average guy who works, loves his family, loves God, and I want to be better. So, welcome, welcome all of our new subscribers. Thank you so much for rocking with us on our channel. And let's jump into the Not All Boys Become Men part two. Do. All right, so sorry, steak. It's freaking delicious, medium rare. C'est super. Um, so I'll start. So if it's, I say seven things, but it's actually six. So let's start with number seven. Number seven will be, obviously, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more information. I got a lot of budgeting tips coming up, especially around the holidays, around New Year's. A lot of budgeting things that I do and I coach others to do. And there's not. I've learned that it's ultimately 20. Like Dave Ramsey said, it's 20% head knowledge. You don't got to know a lot, but it's 80% behavior. It's what you do and how you act with your money that determines how much wealth and how rich you will be. So you got to remember, if you spend all the money on things, you will ultimately end up with all the things and no money. Rihanna, with the 2019, 1819, it was reported like she was suing her financial advisor because she was about to go broke. And he had made a statement saying, "Was it really? Um, did I really have to tell an adult, if you spend all your money, then you'll end up with all the things and no money?" But yeah, she was about to, sue him because she was spending a lot of money, according to him. And I was just reading this I read this in Connecticut, in New York Times, and Wall Street Journal, Washington Post. Like, it just posts a lot of stuff. I was reading a lot of newspaper then, but Yeah, so on our YouTube channel, the seventh one is to follow us, subscribe to our channel, take a look at our generational wealth videos, any videos in that playlist, how to teach your kids about money, how to earn money, how to budget from a low income, stuff like that. Check out those videos. Um, and I think they're helpful because one, I've received feedback from others, and it helped me. So you don't have to be me tit for tat, but you can still do these simple things that I did to try to get on track, and you'll find your own way. Because what I learned is, even though I started with Dave Ramsey's Baby Steps and Financial Peace program, it pushed me to learn more and more about finances, but more and more about the psychology of money than the actual financial side of it, the technical side. All right, number 6 is you have to stop with the negative talk, guys. Women and men, you have to stop with the negative talk because the Bible tells you that the words that come from your mouth are coming from your heart, and you got to realize that your ears hear the words that are coming out of your mouth, so you tend to believe it quicker than anyone else saying something to you. So you have to stop with the negative talk. You have to stop saying, "I'm bad with money. I can't do this. I can't." Just, I'm gonna try. We teach our 3-year-old to say, when she say, "I can't," we, "No, Charlie, what do you say?" "I'll try." Yeah, just try. Just try. So number 6, you got to stop with the negative talk. Number 5. So number 5 is in the long lines of Dave Ramsey. It's not the baby step. Um, One, I think it's baby step 2 in his plan, but this is number 5, which is make a budget payoff plan and just stick to it. If you can't do, you know, you know, paying a lump sum to get it knocked out, then don't pay on it. Get it paid off. Stick to the plan. The faster you get that debt off your butt, the better you'll feel, and the more income it'll look like you have, because you actually have more money in your bank account because less money is going out to a card note and less money is going out to everyone else. So one of my students this morning, I'm not gonna say your name, but if you when you watch this video, you know what I'm talking about. Um, I saw her this morning and she was like, "Oh yeah, I did this, I paid this, I paid this." And I said, "That's fine. You have to pay those things, but did you pay yourself?" She's like, "Oh, she's like, uh, do it now while I'm standing here." She did it right then and there, moved money over to savings. And then she was excited. She was like, "Oh, I moved this amount." I said, "No, I didn't. We're not talking about moving how much you can move. We're talking about doing something consistently over time, becoming a habit." So when with her, I set an amount of $25 a week, pay period. $25 a pay period. Don't do any more. 26, 29, 50, 57. No. $25 consistently over the next few months. And once that becomes a habit and you become accustomed to that 25 not being there, then you begin to increase. But anyway, that was me and her discussion. But you got to set a plan and you got to stick to it. Hold on, I'm getting a text, probably my wife. All right. Yep, that was my wife. So number 5 is make a debt playoff plan and stick to it. Don't get sidetracked. You have to remember that short Hebrews chapter 12 verse 11 tells you that no discipline seems pleasant at the time. Meaning, anytime you discipline yourself to do something hard, it don't feel good. If you working out, you losing weight, you trying to get better at a sport or a skill, the discipline don't feel good. You trying to run faster, lift more, or you're trying to get out of debt. It doesn't feel good. Um, but it tells you that no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but it yields a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Meaning, if you discipline yourself for 12 to 24 months to live on a budget, track your spending, and live off less than what you make and stop eating out, if you're single, it'll work, or if you're married, it'll work. Even faster if you're married. But girlfriend and boyfriend, it's gonna crash and burn almost every time. But if you do that for a short period of time, eventually when you're done, because it's not forever, when you're done, now you have peace, and you're less stressed and burdened and worried about a flat tire or a car breaking down, because now you've disciplined yourself to save or put aside a certain amount of money, so when something goes wrong, which you will, you have the resources, the financial resources. Now, you know, because most of us, that's the biggest part to deal with. um so like I said, make a plan and stick to it, guys. Number 4, stop using your credit cards. Cut them up, get rid of them, because obviously if you're in debt and you're watching this video, you're not good with credit cards. Stop lying to yourself. You're not. I don't, on this channel, I'll let you guys know, I do not massage people with warm butter. I do not tell you things that make you feel good. You can't, I get hit with so many questions and statements about, oh, well, what about this? I can't say because of the government. I can't say because of white folk taking over the country. I can't say because I'm a woman in a man's world. And I can, no, those are excuses. Bottom line, I came from the projects, man. I came from government housing, government assistance, like government cheese, commodities. I came from it because I chose to. Simple as that. I didn't sit around passive aggressively going, oh, the government will, somebody will give me something. No, I don't care. I go out and get it myself. You can't call yourself a follower of Christ, for one. 2, call yourself a man. 3, call yourself a husband. 4, or even a provider if you do not get out and get it. Simple as that. Get out, leave the house, earn some money, do whatever it takes to put some extra money in your bank account, the extra money up under you for like support. But the wind out there blowing my patio furniture and my dog took off. But you got to get out there and get it. Stop using credit cards, because it's putting you further and further in debt. You're buying stuff now because you want it and saying I deserve it. But then what are you buying it for? You're buying it to impress other people, to get them to see you have something, or you're buying something to make you feel good. And then when that feeling is gone, a month later, now you're still paying on it or trying to pay it down, with interest, because you borrowed the bank's money to buy something that you didn't even need. So you're obviously not good with credit cards. Cut it out. Number 3, open up a Roth IRA and start to invest as soon as possible. Roth or traditional IRA. I prefer the Roth, but traditional is still fine. If you leave a company and you have a 401k there, and you leave the company, don't take a payout if you're under what's the retirement age? 65, 67, whatever the retirement age is now. They just changed it. If you're under that age, don't take your money out. Transfer it over to a traditional IRA. That way, one, it won't be taxed again, and the government won't see it as a gain. If you put it in a Roth, they will. So start investing as soon as possible. And again, that investing, once you're out of debt and once you have an additional like extra. So just say, for example, if you make $1,000 a month and $200 a month goes toward a car note, and I'm just speculating. I don't know that I never had a $200 car note, but if there's $200 going to your car note and you pay that car off within 3 months from working overtime, working like crazy, sacrificing, you pay that car off. Now, instead of just having $800 left, you have now your whole $1,000 left. And then, when you get paid, or every month, you have that extra $200 that's going nowhere now. So you can take $50, and I know it's stressful. I know it's a headache, and I know, you may not know about budgeting and finances, but you can learn the things that you want to learn. My son told me last night. He said, "Oh, Daddy, I played Call of Duty. It was hard, but I played it." And I tried it. It was okay. Okay, okay. And then I reminded him. I asked him. I said, "Well, why won't you work?" And he said, "Well, Dad, work is hard." I said, "So was Call of Duty, but you did it anyway." And he just looked off in the midair. And I told him, "You do hard things when you want to, but when you don't want to do hard things, you don't." So something that will never benefit you in life is the video game. But working hard to earn some money, because we pay him for adding value, for going above and beyond in this family. We pay our children. We don't give them allowance. He didn't want to do something hard like working. He wanted to sit at home. He wanted to play the game because that's the hard that he would rather deal with. And he's 13, so I'm consistently coaching him on how to do better. But for us as adults, we don't have that option. He's 13. We pay most of his bills and help him out. Um, but we're still pushing him. Sorry, my wife texted me. Um, but we still push him to put some money up, put some money to the side. And there's three things you can do with money in this life. You can either spend it, save it, or you can give it. We teach him to do all three. We teach our daughter to do all three, and she's only 3 years old. So number three is open a Roth IRA and start investing as soon as you can, Roth or traditional. Number two is build a 1 month emergency fund and put it into a high yield savings account, either online or at a brick and mortar bank or somewhere, a brick and mortar facility, but preferably online. But well, no, I say 1 month, but 3 months, 3 to 6. No, I take that back. Not one. Number two is build 3 to 6 months emergency fund and put it into HSA. And the only reason I say that because you get a bigger rate of return, and most HSA, high yield saving, not HSA, but HYSA, high yield savings account, they can get your money within 24 hours. You can get it transferred over to your bank account within like 24 to 48 hours. But as long as you don't need it and don't consistently pull from it, it's growing. Between 3.8%, um, 3.8 between 3.8 on average, 3.8 up to like it's another company. I forgot the name of it. I should have got the name before I started talking about it. The one we use, whatever. I can't think of the name, but I'll come back with it. But up to like 5.2% a year. So your money is sitting there working and growing while you're working hard and saving more. So that's number two. Number two is build up at least 3 to 6 months emergency fund. Um, you're gonna need it. It gives you that cushion. It gives you that confidence when you're dealing with people at work. You could be dealing with a douchebag boss, and your boss, he may not have balls. He may be weak or soft, and he puts all of his issues off on others, and you may be irritated or tired of it, and you have to deal with it if you're living paycheck to paycheck. Because if not, you quit your job. I can't stand this supervisor. He blah 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 blah. Now you quit your job, and now you have no job. Now you have no income. Now you waiting on food stamps and government assistance, or you have that 3 to 6 months emergency fund. You go, you know what? I don't need this foolishness. I'm out of here. I'll holler at y'all, and you can leave without having that stress of, man, how am I gonna pay my bills? Because one, you got no debt, and all you have is cost of living, and you have 3 to 6 months emergency fund already saved up. So you already put yourself. The Bible tells you in Proverbs, a wise man thinks ahead. Have a plan and stick to it. And a lot of people, you may know me or see me in person. I worked at several warehouses. When I have a plan, I stick to it, and I hit that bad boy like crazy. because I know there's going to be a point where, um, as an adult, that I'm gonna need some money. I'm gonna have an emergency or family emergency or something gonna happen. So I don't need to wait until it happens. So if you work in a warehouse, and this is still covering number two, if you work in a warehouse, and you work and you get paid every Friday, if you make at least $21 an hour, and you're making more than, and you're working more than, it's peak season, more than 50 hours a week, 55 hours to be exact, more than 55 hours a week, depending on how your taxes set up or what state you're in, that also plays a part. But you, if you work 4 months, you can save up $10,512. Sounds crazy, right? No, $657 a week. 657 a week. 657 a week put into a high yield savings or savings account. In 4 months, you will accumulate $10,512. Yes. And this can be done because I've done it, and my wife has done it. Like, we've done it. We know it can be done, but you need discipline. So, number two was build 3 to 6 month emergency fund and put in the high yield savings or savings account. But you need a bank account, not taking your paycheck to the Arabs in the hood and they cashing it and they're charging you $150. All right. Last but not least, number one, you need to do this without a doubt each and every month. And it seems like a lot of work, but it's not, because most things are digital. You can look on your phone. The number one thing you should do is track your spending and stop making excuses. I know it's going to sound fancy, but um, stop making excuses. Track your spending. You can look at your phone, look at your banking app on your phone, look at your Chime, look at your Cash App, whatever you have. It tracks how much you're spending and what you're spending it on. So if you're afraid to do it, then you're just afraid. You need to man up, woman up, and look at what you're spending. Because the last video I posted about the young lady saying, I'm broke, I ain't got no money, I ain't got this. You broke because you choose to be broke. You notice no one ever says, oh, I can't go out this weekend. Nobody ever said, oh, I can't party. No, you find a way. You find a way to go out and have fun. Just like my son, he finds a way to magically play a game that's hard to play, but when it comes down to working, he don't want to work because work is hard. He's choosing his hard. Same as you. Choose your hard. It's hard being poor. It's hard living with a poverty mindset. It's hard coming out of that mindset with God transitioning your mind to something better. It's hard building wealth. It's hard being wealthy. It's hard having money. Choose your hard. I chose my hard. I would rather go through the struggle of trying to learn how to do better financially, how to be a better father and husband, than to sit around and just wait on someone else to do it for me. So my go-to when things get hard, this the Holy Bible. It's my Bible. Um, I cover a lot in Proverbs, um, where it says Proverbs 19:14. It says, houses and riches are inherited from fathers, but a prudent wife is from the Lord. Um, it covers so much about life and what a father should be doing and should have. God is the God of abundance. My Lord and Savior Jesus Christ is the Lord of abundance, not of lack. Even when God set this world up, he gave Adam and Eve an abundance. He gave them everything. You could eat freely of everything in the garden, except for from this one tree. There are two trees there. He just told them, don't eat from this one. He gave them, he said, you can eat freely from everything. You can have everything but this one. And they chose because they Satan got Eve to capitulate to a lack mindset. Well, if we can have all this, what about this? No, you have all this. And I ran this little test with my son. I put $99 on the table, and I put $1 over to the side. And I said, you can have that $99, but don't touch this $1 right here, or you're gonna lose that 99. And he just looked at me, and then he said, "Well, that'll make me have a whole 100." I said, "Sure, but if you touch this $1, you will lose the 99." And he was like, "Why?" Because I said so. And he didn't get it, and I was trying to get him to process. You're thinking of what you don't have instead of being so grateful to God for what you do. Most people in this world don't have the 99, but you do. But you seek to have 100, and you will risk the 99. So I hope this video helps some of you guys. If you need more information, follow number 7, which is follow us on our YouTube channel. Our we got an Instagram, but I think it's my name. But our TikTok, TikTok, while it's still here. But I'm just trying to get more of this information about biblical principles out there, guys. God, as a follower of Christ, we're called to be good stewards of our resources. We have to be faithful with the small amount so that God would bless us with much more. Have a blessed day. Excuse me. Have a blessed day. Thank you guys for rocking with me. Please leave your comments and questions and concerns in the comment section. And have a blessed day, guys. It's Friday. It'll be Christmas in no time. So take care. Au revoir. A bientôt. À la prochaine.